Okay, hi everyone. Good morning. Fox 19 now. First alert meteorologist Anna DuVall here with your forecast update. This image behind me looks very, very similar to the image that we saw yesterday. Dreary, gloomy, kind of got some foggy conditions out there, got some rain and things on the way as well. Here's what it's looking like. I want to take this view just because you can see the fog a little bit more out there and see those dreary conditions. 33 degrees, feeling more like 29 out there. And again, just a cold start to our day, and it's just really not looking all that great out there. I'm going to uncheck this so we can go to the next slide here and get this to load for us. This is going to show you that satellite and radar, and again, a lot of this is just that wintry mix, maybe some freezing rain coming down, but overall, mostly rain, none of that snow out there for the time being as temperatures start to warm up here above that freezing mark. But this is kind of going to be the case over the next over the next hour or so here. You'll be able to see this rain push through. We can zoom out here and you can kind of see that'll start to end as we shift over to the Indianapolis radar there. Again, there's not really a lot left coming towards us, but over the next 30 minutes to an hour, we could see that start to taper off a little bit more here, but throughout the afternoon you could see a few more spotty showers pop up as well. Here's what we're looking like for our current conditions. Batesville seeing a little bit of sun, 34 degrees. Cincinnati is 32. Wilmington, Flemingsburg, again 32 degrees. So starting to warm up just a little bit. We're not going to warm up all that much by the afternoon. We have pretty intense cloud cover out there. We're only going to get into the upper 30s, maybe low 40s in some spots, but most people are going to be in those mid to upper 30s. Tonight, 21 degrees. Snow will continue. So we saw some of that wintry mix, some of those very light flurries early this morning. Tonight we'll have another little batch of snow, and it's mostly going to be south of the Ohio River. It's going to be in northern Kentucky for the most part. We'll track that out for you in a second here. I want to talk to you about tomorrow. Again, really early in the morning Monday, so going to be affecting your morning commute out there. 32 degrees, a chilly day, barely making it to that freezing mark, but maybe a little bit more sun. So that's like your silver lining. We might see a little bit more sun tomorrow than we have over the course of the last couple of days because it's just been gloomy and gross out there. So that might help just a little bit. Winds are making it so it feels a little bit colder out there. And wind gusts aren't too terrible right now, about 10 miles an hour for most people. We're going to go into our I went too far. Our temperatures out there across the area, again, 33 Connorsville. Everyone is above that freezing mark now. So really we're just dealing with maybe some freezing rain, and most of the rest of it is going to be rain. Most things coming down right now is going to be rain. Again, I kind of sneak previewed this. We are a little bit warmer right now than we were this time yesterday, which is good. That's good news. Not very much warmer, but definitely warmer. We also had a pretty decent amount of visibility issues this morning. Looks like most of those are cleared up. You can see about 2 miles there at CVG, 3 miles in Hillsboro. Our main area was over in the Hillsboro area where we were seeing less than a half a mile early this morning here. Lots of places down to the south had dense fog advisories, so we kind of got a taste of that without the advisories on top of us there. If we move forward into tomorrow morning, I want to show you guys this. It's not going to be very, crazy widespread fog, but definitely down to the south where we're going to see some of those maybe snow showers tomorrow morning. That's where we could see some visibility issues as well, especially as those are coming down tomorrow. Here's those lows when you wake up tomorrow, so definitely cold enough conditions to see snow that sticks. So just keep this in mind. We're going to get to the snow in a minute. I want to show you guys something else. We talk about snow so much, and I know it's really important that you know what's going on for your Monday morning commute. But I also wanted to show you something else that's changing around here in the next couple of days. So here's that for you. Here's those low temperatures. I want to show you guys this first. Monday, 21, 19 Tuesday. You can see we have a little bit of a uptick here As we move into Wednesday, Thursday, 34 degrees for our low, not our high. That's good news for us. But as we move into the weekend, look at this, 12 degrees, 10 degrees. So you can't imagine what our highs are going to be like. Well, I'm going to show you. So look at this, 40 degrees for Tuesday, Wednesday. That's great. We're going to be up in the 40s once again. We're going to be more on average for this time of year. Then moving into Saturday, Sunday, our high temperatures are going to be in the 20s. And I'm going to show you guys why. I'm going to show you guys why our high temperatures are going to do that. So midweek this week, temperatures in the 40s. By the time we reach this time next weekend, and even a little before, high temperatures in the 20s. So it's going to be very cold out there as we move forward. Again, we just went over our temperatures right now. If we zoom out to a little bit of a bigger picture, this will help to show you what is going to happen moving forward. You can see those purples up to the north in Canada, Minneapolis, 1 degree, Thunder Bay, -2, and Toronto, 29, close to where our Bengals game is happening. Sorry, Bismarck, -7. So you see where that cold air is, all the way up to the north. And we went through those high temperatures. We'll show you one more time here, 25 degrees. So you know that cold air is coming straight down to us. We'll show you that here. So Monday, 5 p.m., you can see the purples kind of taking over, 30 degrees, not too terrible, 39 for your Tuesday high, 45 by Wednesday. So there's that uptick. That's where we start to see our temperatures rise. You see those yellows kind of return. Here's when this Arctic kind of polar plunge starts happening into the tri-state. Thursday, 4 p.m., high temperature, 29 degrees, 29. Then as we move into Friday afternoon, 3 p.m., 36 degrees. Saturday, this is at 11 a.m., 10. 10 degrees is what will be temperature-wise, 1 degree in Chicago, 3 degrees in St. Louis. Nashville's feeling 17, so this is going to go all the way down to the south. So this is a big dip that is causing all of these temperatures to just drop like this. Again, 17 being our high temperature on our Sunday. So definitely expecting a cold blast to come down. And the Climate Prediction Center is actually expecting this to last a little bit longer. This is December 13th through the 17th, expecting to stay well below our average in terms of temperatures moving forward. Well, to add on top of that, we also have a pretty decent amount of snow on the way here. I know everyone wants to get to the snow, so we're going to talk about 30% chance tomorrow. Again, mostly south of the Ohio River in northern Kentucky. Then as we move into Tuesday, that chance really drops, 10% chance. Probably most people are going to stay completely dry and clear from any of that snowfall. Then as we move into Wednesday is more of a rain chance until we get to the evening hours, and then it transitions into a snow chance. Then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday, we could be seeing some snow. So we're going to go through that right here for you. Okay, we'll tap through today, again, some rain. By this evening, you can see maybe you see that wintry mix there. Again, this is 10 p.m., so we'll move a little bit more forward, closer to that morning commute there. When it starts to turn into snow, this is midnight. So starting to see a little bit more snow as the temperatures drop there, and that'll move through. So this is 3 a.m., and you can see most of the snow is going to be along the line of that mixing area with the rain down to the south. But you could definitely see some flakes north of the Ohio River too. You can see that kind of being like stationary over this area on Monday morning. This is 6 a.m. being completely covered over Cincinnati, and really it'll start moving out around 11. And then we'll be clear for the rest of your Monday from that snow. But you saw, the timing with that. Again, most of that snow is down south of the Ohio River there, but you could definitely see some of those flurries. North of it, it's more likely down to the south. That's where the models have really been really consistent with how much snowfall and where that snowfall is going to be. This is just one model. I know that we'll go through another here. So this is what it's going to look like on this model going into tonight. Sunday, 11 p.m., you see where that starts to populate there, south of the Ohio River. Then that kind of stays there, kind of stays stationary until like 9, 10 o'clock when it starts moving on out. So that's something we can really grasp onto. South of the Ohio River is going to be seeing the most significant accumulations. However, it's not really going to be significant, if that makes sense. You'll be seeing the most out of everyone, but it won't really be anything too drastic. As we move into Wednesday, you can see rain starts making its way into the forecast. I'll show you a longer range model here so we can, deep dive into what's going on moving into the next couple of days. So there is Wednesday. Again, early morning hours, you saw those showers moving through. Most of anything that snow was up to the south, up to the north there, and you can see it kind of stays there, but it definitely could clip some areas moving into Wednesday evening. That's why we have that smaller chance there. You kind of saw it clip some areas there to the north as we move into Thursday early morning hours. Most people staying dry through Thursday, but you can see how close kind of those snow chances get to our area. So we do have a little bit of a chance on there just in case that starts to move. Again, this is a pretty long way away, so we're just still watching this. Friday evening, snow repopulates the area across the entire tri-state. That's what's expected, lingering into Saturday early morning. And you can see that'll continue until about that 5-6 o'clock mark on your Saturday. Once that pushes through, we're expecting another round. You can see how the shades kind of get darker here. So this would be, very light snow, and you can see it's kind of centering in around Cincinnati with some darker snow, some heavier snowfall there on Sunday. So we might see more accumulation as we move into Sunday. It's just another thing to watch out for as we move forward. Again, that's about a week away. This is what we're looking like today from this morning's event up until 11 p.m. We didn't see any accumulation this morning. Most people just saw that wintry mix out there. You guys can let me know in the comments if you saw any snow early this morning. Most of that was probably wintry mix. Most of it was probably falling as snow, landing on your windshield, and immediately melting if you were up early enough to see that. And again, as we move into Monday morning, we saw the snowfall there. Again, higher totals are going to be south of the Ohio River there, or really close to it. CVG, half an inch. Wilmeth 2, and then as we move into the Ohio parts of our counties, about 1/4 of an inch, less than that up to the north. So that's what we're expecting as we're moving forward here. Again, those higher totals down to the south. I'm going to show you kind of an extended forecast here. And again, this is going to show things a little bit differently because it's long range, so it doesn't get as much good data as the other ones are. But this is expected through Sunday morning, only about an inch accumulated over this entire time. So from now until Sunday is expecting about an inch across the tri-state. So that includes that snow that we are talking about tomorrow morning. That includes the snow for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So just be aware that it's only going to accumulate to about an inch total. So that's not very much snow, especially over 4 days of snow. So that's just something to think about moving forward. Because most of that looks like, it's going to come in on Friday there and kind of be stationary. This only goes until Sunday at 10 a.m. So we can't really see how much we're going to get on our Sunday there, but that's basically all. We have that. We'll go through it here on the 7-day forecast for you. We had that wintry mix out there. We showed you where that snow and wintry mix was this morning. Where it is right now, most of that is rain. 39 degrees is your high temperature, so we're not going to get very hot today. We're going to stick with the clouds throughout the daytime hours. By the time we reach Monday, early snow showers. That's going to start late tonight going into early Monday morning. 32 degrees will be your high, but at least we have a little bit more sunshine on the way. Then we'll have high temperatures in the 40s going into Tuesday, Wednesday. This is when those light snow showers could start there going into Wednesday. And that'll kind of just linger on into Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Look at that. Your low temperature You'll wake up on Saturday with temperatures being 12 degrees, being 10 degrees or less, feeling more like 0 degrees, but high temperature is going to be in the 20s. And then moving forward into Sunday, staying the same way for that Bengals home game. Definitely going to need to be bundled up for that. But that's all I have. So snow is on the way. We have that wintry mix all morning long. But that's really all that I have. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your Sunday, great start to your work week. Be safe. Driving tomorrow morning on the way to work, take it slow, give yourself an extra couple of minutes. Could be pretty slick out there. But yeah, that's all. Have a great rest of your Sunday.